Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
There are a large number of variator gears, but V-belt variators are the most common on automobiles. The mechanism consists of a belt, output and output pulleys, and mechanisms that change the diameter of the pulleys in the working area of the belt. The advantage of the V-belt variator is flexibility, smaller bending radius, and lower mechanical friction losses. The chain works by point contact with the surface of the cones, so there is a very high mechanical load at the points of contact. To increase wear resistance, the pulley cones are made of high-strength steel alloys. Operating principle: why are variator gearboxes called continuously variable transmissions? Simply because the change in gear ratios between the output and drive pulleys is so smooth that it is impossible to see a distinct transition boundary. In order to achieve a direct transmission, in which the rotation speed of the input and output pulleys is the same, we need to equalize the diameters of both pulleys. If we increase the diameter of the idler pulley and keep the D of the drive pulley the same, we get a reduction gear. The idler shaft rotates slower than the drive shaft, which increases the torque. It is in the reduction gear mode that the car with variator starts from the place. To increase the speed of the car, the diameters of the pulleys are reversed. This is the principle of the variator, continuously variable transmission. Clutch mechanism: in the process of developing the device of the variator, manufacturers used different types of mechanisms, among which, automatic clutch of centrifugal type, common on scooters, motorcycles, electronically controlled electromagnetic mechanism. Also the operation of the multiplate wet clutch is used for locking differentials, intelligent connection of the all-wheel drive. On the same principle works wet clutch on DSG, torque converter. We hope you are familiar with the structure and operating principle of torque converter type automatic transmission, so we will not consider the design. It is worth remembering that the variator is safe only until the torque converter is locked. If on your car it is blocked after 10 km per hour, then it is possible to tire in snow, mud without the risk of reducing the resource of the variator gearbox. Only up to exceeding this threshold rear gear the driving and driven shafts in the variator rotate strictly in the direction of rotation of the engine crankshaft. Therefore, the only rational way to realize a reverse gear is a planetary gearbox. When the pinion and sun gear are locked, the input shaft rotates in the same direction as the input pulley, which is connected to the driver. If only the pinion gear is locked, the driver, and with it the input pulley, will rotate in the opposite direction. For a clear understanding of the design and operation of the planetary gear in a variable speed gearbox, we suggest watching the video. Control system: the principle of operation of the variator in the reverse gear mode is possible due to the use of two friction packages. One of them, if necessary, blocks between the root and sun gear, forward movement, and the second, the variator housing and crown gear, reverse gear. The steel and friction discs are compressed by oil pressure, which is pumped into the system by an oil pump and fed to the appropriate channels through the hydroblock, mechatronic. The oil pressure is also used to displace the movable part of the pulley, which makes it possible to adjust its diameter. For the correct operation of the CVT gearbox, it is extremely important that the change in diameters occurs as synchronously as possible. Therefore, designers pay great attention to the performance of the oil pump of variator gearboxes. The oil flow is redirected to the corresponding channels by solenoids, which are opened or closed at the command of the electronic variator control unit. To control the gearbox operation, the ECU uses data from speed sensors, DMRV, throttle opening sensor, and DTOJ. What CVT is good for? No loss of acceleration dynamics on gear changes. At intensive acceleration of a car with a variator, the tachometer arrow hangs in one place, in the zone of maximum engine power. Thus, acceleration is most efficient. Reduction of harmful emissions into the atmosphere. Smoothness of movement. Thanks to linear, not step change of gear ratio, the car both during acceleration and braking keeps smoothness of motion. Minuses of CVT. Unfortunately, like many devices in the tech world, variators are not without their drawbacks. CVT was originally designed as a transmission for small cars, hatchbacks, mid-size sedans, and small crossovers. V-belt and even V-belt variators are extremely poorly tolerant of abrupt changes in driving modes. Constant alternations of dynamic acceleration, deceleration, and slippage of the driving wheels lead to damage of the cone surface. Stretching of the chain belt. Scoring causes twitching, accelerated belt chain wear. Oil pressure drop also leads to variator malfunctions and loss of service life. This causes the friction packs to slip. As a result, the oil gets old very quickly, and the hydroblock is clogged with suspended friction pads, dust that gets into the ATF fluid. Is it worth buying, or is it better to choose a car with an automatic transmission, DSG, ICCT? It is impossible to reliably say what is better, variator or automatic transmission. No continuously variable transmission is not close to the reliability of archaic torque converter type automatic transmissions. But many modern automatics also cannot compete with them in this regard, and what to say about the peculiarities of the work and problems of DSG, power shift. In conclusion, variators, or continuously variable transmissions, are becoming increasingly popular in modern vehicles due to their smooth operation and fuel efficiency. While they offer distinct advantages, such as seamless acceleration and improved mileage, they also come with certain drawbacks, including potential maintenance issues and a different driving feel compared to traditional automatic transmissions. When choosing between a CVT, DSG, or conventional automatic transmission, it's essential to consider your driving style, preferences, and the specific needs of your vehicle. Ultimately, understanding the features and operation of these systems will help you make an informed decision that best suits your driving experience. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video has provided valuable insights into the world of variators.